Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make a 3D little Christmas tree with decorations. Now, you can use it on you can make it, I should say, on a monster tail or a regular loom. And I'm going to do a regular loom because it seems to be a little trickier for most people to grasp how to do it on a regular loom. So what we're going to do is have our loom in a standard configuration. And we're going to pop out the middle column and pop out the base, the big base, like that. Make sure that it's still secure on these. Now, if you're using a monster tail, I'll show you how to set it up to start with, but then we will make our actual design on the single loom. We're going to be starting off with brown bands. Okay, so the colours we're going to need are brown and green, and then whatever colours you're going to decorate your branches with for the ornaments. How we're going to set this up is we're going to use 6 pegs. So you take your first one and you twist it into a figure 8, as if we were doing the skirts for the princesses. So you go 2 and then come across here, that's 3, 4, 5, and then your last one is here as 6. Okay, and then we place another row, and this time you don't twist it, you just place them on top like this. So this is row number 2, or layer number 2. Push things down because we need 3. And then you do your next one. Again, no more twisting, only twisting on that first one. Now I am going to show you how you would set this up on your monster tail. So there we have it. You've got 3 columns, 3 layers I should say, rows on there. If you're using your monster tail, you're just going to leave these 2 end ones out. So what you would do is do the twist. You must do the twist on the first one. I'm doing it left-handed and I'm right-handed, which is a little bit silly. So 1, 2, and then skip that one. You come across to here, 3, 4, 5, and 6. See, so that's your bottom layer, and then again you would just put your next layer on top, no twisting, and you would treat it exactly the same as if you were doing it on your loom. Just leave out, so that's your second layer, push everything down, and then you do your third layer. Make sure you push things down. So that's exactly the same as what we have here. They're the same. Alright, this one will end up being a little bit tighter because it's done on a smaller loom. Alright, so what we're going to do, we need to do 20 layers, 20 rows, and this is 3. So we're going to get our hook and grab the bottom 2 bands and lift them over. Alright, like this. Lift them over. Just the bottom 2. And push everything down. If you're doing it on your monster tail, again, it is just the bottom 2. And you loop it over. So it's no different. Alright, As you can see, you're just taking the bottom two and lifting them over and pushing down. Now I'm going to continue just using my single loom. We're on column number 4. I keep saying column, layer, row. I've only had one coffee this morning, I'll blame that. And I know it's really crazy. I'm doing this and it's June and I'm doing a Christmas tree. Where I'm from in Australia, Christmas in December is very, very hot. It's our summer. We have the reverse seasons to this side of the country, this side of the world I should say, and so a lot of us do what's called Christmas in July. July is when we have our winter months, our cold weather. So I figured, hey, I'm Australian, let's do a Christmas in July ornament. And also somebody else had asked me to do some Christmas ornaments as well, so that they could get ready in time. So that was row number 4. I'm on row number 5. I don't know about you, I have a memory like a sieve when I'm doing these. It doesn't really matter if you get it wrong by 1 or 2, but it is a good idea to maybe jot down what row you're on. So that was 5. Oh, I've taken more than 2 there. There we go. Let's do 6. Now this is a very easy design, it's just fiddly. When we come to put the ornaments on. So that was 6, bottom 2, up and over. Let's do 7. This is the tree trunk. Oops. Now I'm trying to get them in order. I don't want to. I can see that one of them there has twisted. There we go. Push down. Let's do 8. Now after 8, this is the little stump of trunk here. After 8, what we're going to do is move to green, and I'm using a dark green, and it is a Rainbow Loom green. We're going to finish by using all of these for the last column, and I thought about saying it then, the last layers. So this is number 9. Layer number 9 or row number 9. I'm getting my merge waddled. I have to say I really enjoy using the Rainbow Loom hook for this type of thing. I don't like using it for my regular looming particularly. I find that it's a little bit, the hook is a bit big, a bit deep, but for this type of work it is absolutely perfect. That was 9. This is 10. Make sure you keep pushing down. 11. 'You're still going for those bottom 2, okay, which leaves you 4 on your peg at any given time. When you've taken the bottom 2, you should be left with 4 on your peg. Let's do 12. 13. 14. 15. 'Now, I have 5 more layers that I need to do, and these are all at 6. I'm going to see if I can make it condense a little bit. I want it to be a 4 peg instead of 6 now, so that it's tapering in a little bit. So in order to do that, what I need to do is I'm going to move one of these from this side and one of these from this side in. So I'm going to take the 2 from here and 2 from here, and then I'm going to move this one and place it on this peg here, nudge it down, and take this one and place it on this peg here. And now what I'm going to do is take the bottom 2 and move those over, and the bottom 2 and move those over. Okay, now I've got 4 and I've got 5 more columns, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, oopsie, and 4, and again you're going to take the bottom 2 and lift over. push things down. So that was 16, this is 17. $18. $19. And my last is 20. So take those bottom two over. You should be left with 4 bands on each peg. Take the next 2 over, so you're left with 2 bands on each peg. Now we're going to take this set here and place them on this peg here. Same for this. Make sure you push down. Take bottom 2 over like that, and then we take these 2 off our loom. Don't worry that it looks a bit odd, it's fine. Now what we're going to do, we need, take these green ones out of the way for a second. We need to put a little gold star on the top here. So you have your tree on your hook like this. What you're going to do is take a gold band, push this down, wrap it once and twice, and slide onto another gold band. You're going to slide your Christmas tree loops onto the gold band and reclaim the end. Then take the band closest to you up, over and off. And this is, you can pretty it up a bit later. And then when you've got this one loop, you're going to take that one loop and put it over the twisted band, like so. You can pretty this up, put a little hook in and just make it so that it's even. That's the band that's twisted on it, like that. Okay, so this is going to be the star on the top of our tree. Now we need to make some little branches to go around our tree, and we're going to do 3 different, so we'll put this to one side. This is our tree trunk. Okay, so we're going to put that to one side. So we're going to make some little branches that are going to sit on our tree like this. Okay, now let's put our loom back together. They're not very hard. Put the loom back together, have the arrow facing towards you. I've got it in standard configuration. So to do the first, this is going to be the biggest. We've got, as I said, 3. There's the biggest, the middle and the smallest. So we'll do the biggest first. What you're going to do is take 2 bands, double banding. You want 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so starting up here, place 2 bands and 2 bands, 2 bands and 2 bands, and then you're going to place another pair here. Alright, we're going to put an end cap on this one, a single band wrap once and twice, and pop that on the end here. Dig down past the end cap and grab the 2 bottom green bands and loop up and loop across to the side for the next one, like that. Dig this one up and this one up. You'll take this off the loom and replace here and dig up. Take this off the loom. This is our first leaf, okay? This is one of these. We need 8 of them, so this is number 1. And remember, we need 4 spaces down here. Put another one here. End cap, dig down, loop up the 2 bottom, loop across the 2 bottom, loop up, loop up. Take this off the loom and replace here, and loop up. And there's our second one. I'm going to keep it on my holding hook. I should have taken it off with my other hook. There we go. So now we need 6 more. Let's get to it. I'm going to place another one above it so that I can do more than one on the same loom. Oh, come on. If I'm going too fast for you, please remember you have a pause button. You can pause me and make me go as fast as you need me, or as slow as you need me to go. So I hear all these wails about, oh, you're going too fast. Well, pause me. You know how to do it. Right, so this is 4. We're halfway there. We need another 4. Loop these ones up. Now I probably need to put them on a different hook. I don't have much room on this one. I'm just going to use a pencil, or colouring pencil that my daughter has on my desk. See, just keep them on here. 2 more. Okay. Make sure those don't fall off. Before I take these off the loom, what I'm going to do is take 4 bands, and I'm doing 4 because I don't want, like if one breaks, I want the security that I have another band there. I'm going to place one through the other and do a slip knot. Oh, if I can, goodness gracious. One through the other. There we are. Stay there, please. Oh, for goodness sakes. There we go. Do a little slip knot like that. Now, I'm going to take these off my loom. These are the first 2. I'm going to put those 2 bands on here, and I'm holding this, and I'm going to slide them across. Budge them over to the second pair of bands like that. Now I'm going to take these off my pencil, like that. Let's put these on as well. And then holding the end, I had another hook here. I had hooks all over the place, didn't I? So you're getting all 8 of these little leaves onto those 2 bands. Take the end, so I only got one, let's make sure I get both, like that. You're going to take the 2 closest to you, up, over and off, and then with these bands that are on your hook, you're going to loop it over the closest leaf to you and push it down to the bottom there, and there we have like a little, it's like a little rosette, isn't it? Like a little, well, kind of how Made by Mummy does her snowflakes and stuff like that. But that's what we're going to use, and this gets stretched and you pop it here and wiggle it up the tree to where the first line, where we start going from brown to green, that's where you want this to be. Okay, so that's our first layer of branches. Move the branches around so that they're evenly spaced. Okay, let's do our second layer of branches. Now don't worry about the decorations, we do those after the fact. The middle layer is a little bit smaller because you want it to graduate into a smaller sort of thing. So again, 2 bands, but this time instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, we're doing 1, 2 and 3, and then take another pair, and they go here, and you have an end cap which goes here. So we're only doing 3 instead of 4. Now I have only done 6 on this particular one. Okay, so I'm going to lay the bands for a few more so that we can fit them on the same loom. So 1, 2, 3, and my side bands here, and an end cap here, and then I'll go from the top. 1, I suppose you could go from the top, I'm so used to going from the bottom, you could go from the top, it doesn't matter. 2, 3, dig down past the end cap, grab those 2 bands and loop to the side, immediately to the side. Loop this one up, loop this one up, take this off the loom and move it across to this peg. Alright, and then loop up. Again, dig down, grab the 2 green bands, loop to the side, loop these ones up, these ones up, take this off your loom, replace onto the first set and loop up. Again, loop to the side and loop up, off the loom, replace and then loop up. I'm going to put these on a holding hook rather than spreading it out on different pegs and different hooks and pencils. So these are your first 3. Okay, let's do another 3. Like I said, we'll start at the top this time. And as I said, we're double banding. Don't forget to put your end caps on. We'll go back and make sure we do that. Single band, wrap it around your hook twice. And let's loop these up, dig down, the bottom 2 green bands, loop to the side, then up and up, take off the loom and replace, and up. Now we will put them on our holding hook. Like that. Again, we're going to take, I'm using insurance, take 2 bands, place them through like that, and then do a little slip knot like this, and we will thread these onto those 2 bands. When you're moving these on, the trick is to keep these 2 bands taut, nice and tight, so that you don't, so it doesn't become loose here at the end and things will fall off. So there we go. Reclaim the end of your bands, take the 2 closest to you, up, over and off, and then you're going to put it, splay it out and just put it over the first one, and again make it so that they're all nice and evenly spaced like that. Again, we're going to stretch it out, and you can do more. I mean, if you fancy doing more around the base of, you know, like you want 8 instead of 6, that's fine too. Okay, now we have to do a next. Now for this smallest one, all I've done is little chains. You can do it on your loom if you choose to, or you can do it on your hook. I'll show you both. So I've just gone 1 and 2 and an end cap like that, and you literally just do that 8 times. Okay, so I'm going to put that on a holding hook. I'm going to do 7 more. If you're doing it on your hook, you put your single band on, wrap it once and twice, take a pair, slide over, take a pair, slide over, and that's how you do 1. We've got 3 there. I'm going to put these onto my holding hook. Make sure I get all the loops. I tend to hold at the bottom here when I take them off. Now my video, my phone actually stopped recording because I had filled it up. So I'm restarting now, and as you can see, I have now made my 8 little chains. So go ahead and finish yours, and once you've done that, pause me. Once you've done that, restart, and what we are going to do is take 2 green bands, place them on the end of our hook, and slide all of these on. Batch these up a little bit. Reclaim the end of your bands like that. Take the 2 closest to you, up, over and off, and you're going to just tuck that over the first leaf. So spread it out and poke that first leaf through like that, so that that's anchored it, and there we have our 3rd little layer of branches. So I'm going to grab my tree and stretch this out and pop this over here like so. I can see my gold star has come off. I'm going to have to fix that. Alright, spread that out. Now you have to remember, you do want to leave a certain amount of space between the branches, but also you need to leave this sort of pointy bit at the top. You want that to be there. This just needs to splay over here. I need a hook to do that, like so. And I just need to make sure I pull it a bit so that it's under there, like that. Okay, now to actually do the decorations, and here's one, here's my other one. What I did was I put silver, little silver and red knots at the end of each branch to be the lights. You can use whatever colour, stand up, you want. I've used a glitter white here, which looks quite nice. I'll show you how to do the knots. Now, DIY Mummy's little girl came up with this idea for knotting, and for me it is phenomenal because, as you all know, I am the world's worst knotter. You place a single band and you do a figure 8 with it, stretch it out, you're going to loop it back on itself. Whoops, let's try that again. So you've got my figure 8, twist it again, and then put it back on itself like that. Then you're going to take this first cross under and pull it up, and the second one and pull it up, and voila, you have a knot in the middle of your band, which is rather ingenious. I'm going to slide that knot onto a green band. Now you can knot this any way you like, I mean you don't have to use that technique. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate. So I've got the glitter white, I'm going to leave this one blank, and I'm going to go to the next one. I'm poking my hook through the 3 loops of the end cap. I'm going to drag one side of my green band through. I'm going to reclaim my green band and take this one up and over into a slip knot, sort of, but then I'm going to splay it out and poke the knot through like that. Okay, and then in between here I thought I would do a red one. Now if you don't like how I did the knot here, all you need to do is tie a knot. You see, I'm the world's worst knot tier. In your band like that. Alright, have both ends on your hook. Take a green band, slide it through, and I'm going to go between these 2 white ones, poke my hook through the end cap, grab one side, pull it through, reclaim my green band, up and over, and then splay it out and poke the knot through and pull. And that is how we're going to decorate our tree with lights, and yours will end up with one on each as well. So I'm going to leave you there to do that, and I really look forward to seeing how yours turn out. Good luck with it. Take care.